Hello, welcome to a new vlog. It's so quiet round here. We're just outside Monmouth, in Wales. It's flipping beautiful here. Must remember to stop saying flipping so much. Anyway, we're at HeatherDean campsite. I'll put the search for sites thing here so you can have a look around. But look, it's right opposite a huge nature reserve. Great big country park there. Trellech Common. It's absolutely stunning. I'll take you for a walk in there tomorrow. Look at this place. The couple that own this place are called Rod and Val. They are lovely people. So nice. There's a Audi up the road. It was a little one of them two anyway. Up the road, and I pulled over in there because I managed to get signal in there and upload a video. Oh, it's so bad round here, the old signal. And I phoned him up and said, what time can I get on site? And Rod said, well, if you're coming around now, come on down. You can hear a car coming here, so quiet, from flipping miles away. Oops, said it again. From miles away. And they live in this house here. It's stunning, their property. Absolutely gorgeous. Let's get out of the road. There we go, car's gone. But their place is gorgeous. Look at that. Oh my goodness me. And to live there with that forest right opposite you. What a dream. It's gorgeous here. So, while I was in the shop, and I phoned him up and said, do you need any shopping bringing in? And he went, hang on, I'll get my wife. So Val come on the phone and said, no, we're fine, we did some shopping. I said, I had to ask because I've been brought up correctly. And she laughed her head off, bless her heart. But she's lovely. When you come here, you'll have such a lovely time. It's so peaceful. I mean, this is basically rush hour now. It's about 4 o'clock. 2 cars, and I think that was the same car as the last one. So as you come down the road, you'll come past their house, and it's not the first entrance. It's the second one. There we go. Camping a Caravan in Club CL site. But it's really quiet. And here we go. Electric hookups. I think 6 have got electric hookups, and there's a couple just off-griddy type pitches. And this is what you come into. Basically, a farm place. And this is like the side of their garden. It's huge. Over there is a wet room, shower, and a toilet, which are lovely and clean. Alright, a little bit dated, but they're spotlessly clean. They keep it absolutely immaculate here. Behind there's your recycling, and then next to that is a sink for washing up. We're here on pitch 2. So electric hookup, there's a pitch next to that underneath that weeping willow. Then there's us. There's pitch 1 here tucked away. And you've got lots and lots of really well established trees here. Absolutely gorgeous. Really nice. Quite a few apple trees. There's a crab apple. Got a walnut tree there. All these huge oaks. Absolutely stunning. Just over there is the sweetest little toilet disposal point I've ever seen in my life. Right set in that little forest there. Just a little hatch, indiscreet little hatch on the floor, and that's where you pour your stuff. There's a little hose next to it. Ah, beautiful. You'll have a really warm welcome here. As I said, they're lovely people. They love dogs. It's a very laid back, chilled out site. It's not too bad to get here, down the roads. I suppose we're about 10 minutes from Monmouth. We had a little look in the woods earlier on, went for a little walk. and it's gorgeous in there. I'll take you in there tomorrow because we're just chilling out at the moment. So signal again round this area. It's very sketchy. If I stand in the middle of that patch of grass there, I'll get signal. So I was standing there earlier on answering some people's comments on my channel, because I like to keep up to date with them. I answer each and every one of them. Because if you take the time to watch my videos, I'll take the time to talk to you. It's only polite. That's the way I've been brought up. So, we got chicken tonight. Feel like chicken tonight. So I'll season some chicken up. I'm going to do that with some sweet corn. Might do some asparagus with it, depending on if I want anything green. So, I feel so chilled out at the moment, as you may notice. There we go. Let's go back in the van and do some more relaxing. It's a tough old job, someone's got to do it, eh? Right, as promised, we're going for a walk in the woods today. I'm still doubly chilled out. Just outside the campsite is a bus stop. And that will take you straight into Monmouth, if you want to go to Monmouth. Let's go and have a look around the town. So that's nice. And this is the common we're going to go and walk on. Sammy's down there, there's someone on a horse. There we go. Trellech common. Common Trellech. I'm good at a Welsh accent, aren't I? Got quite a few Welsh mates. And whenever we meet up, we always rip the mick out of each other about our accents. They're all like, "Oh, geezer." And I'm like, "Hello, boy." Oh. Right, have a laugh, ain't ya? Right. There goes Sammy. Chatting someone up as usual. Oh dear. So we've literally just... That was Rod, by the way. Not a strange man. Sammy was chatting up. But we've just come out and we've got a fine drizzle coming down now. Oh well, it's only rain. As long as it ain't windy. I don't mind rain. Don't mind rain at all.
It's not cold though, is it?
And it's... No, it's not. It's about 18 degrees, I think. 18, 19 degrees. But I don't mind it like this. It's when there's wind involved. As you know, I flipping hate the wind. There's birds all around us at the moment. There's a little roving flock of tits, and I can also hear some goldcrests. But it's quite a nice mixed woodland, this. You've got this section here which is all beech, which is lovely. You've got some oak over there and some silver birch. And there's like quite a few pine stands around this area as well. We've seen one squirrel since we were here. And that was in their front garden. But it's a lovely forest. Really, really nice here. Now I don't know if you can see up there. Just on the top of each one of those branches, the actual damage to a tree there, to that beech tree, that'd be squirrels. Now grey squirrels chew the bark. Now years and years and years ago, before the grey squirrels came, trees used to get a lot bigger than they do nowadays. The days of the giant trees have gone, and a lot of people don't know this. And that's due to the grey squirrels. So what they do is they chew the bark on the uppermost branches, which stunts the growth of the trees. Hence the reason a lot of people are against the greys being down south basically, and prevent their travel up into Scotland where the reds live. But it's lovely. I bet Sammy's got a Merlin app out. Yeah, she has, look. So we're going to have a look at the plants, see what we see around here and the trees. Bit of nature for you. It's nice to relax, isn't it? Nature. There's not enough of it about nowadays. This is hemp agrimony. This one. Looks a bit like meadowsweet, doesn't it? So you've got a wood ant's nest here, look. And like a south facing bank or the south side of a tree to maximise the amount of warmth the nest gets. But look at that. I could stand here watching these all day. And if you put your hand near it, just tap gently so you don't harm them. Put your hand there and then smell your hand. Oh. They squirt fulmic acid, and it's the most vinegary smell you've ever smelt in your life. And if you put your hand near it, they'll squirt your hand with fulmic acid. Whew. Clears your nostrils. This flower here is St. John's wort. You would have heard of that. So it helps with mood. And that's it with the flowers gone. It's quite a tall plant, and it has these little yellow flowers, quite pretty. There we go. This plant here likes disturbed soil, and this one is silverweed, because when you turn it over, it's got that distinctive silver colour on the back of it. Has little rhizomes that you can eat, like little tiny potatoes. And that's what saved the Irish when they had the Irish potato famine, because you could still collect these as a form of starchy carbohydrate, and a potato blight didn't affect it. Also, the Romans used to slide these into their sandals, as the leaves have got this like coolative effect on the feet. So the Romans on a long route march used to collect this, and put it in their sandals to keep their feet cool when they're rampaging through our countryside. But they did build nice straight roads, didn't they? So a deer has been through here. A deer been through here. Quite recently, because that's still slimy. You can tell it's a deer poo, because on the top, it's got a little nipple. All deer, even moose and elk, will have that on the top. And an individual deer poo is called a fumet, and a lump of deer poo is called a crotty. There you go, so you know a deer has come through here, and it's scattered in that direction. You can see where it's scattered into the hedge there. It's probably gone through there, so there's a deer in there somewhere. What else can we find? So this is ragwort. And this is what those of you that have horses, there's loads of little hoverflies on here. Those of you that have horses will know that this gets pulled out of the paddocks, because that is very, very poisonous to horses. That will attack their liver and internal organs and put them in a pretty poorly way. That's why the ladies and gentlemen pull it out their paddocks. Now this is Birdock, this one. I'll try to find a dock. Ah, there's a dock. Now that's what you will rub on stinging nettle stings. It's never worked in my view, but that is a dock leaf. And this one is a burdock. Now people think this is the one you rub on stinging nettles. It's not. And it's called burdock because of these little burrs. And that's where they got the idea from Velcro from. That. And underneath there, on the first year of growth, when this dies back, this is basically a flowering stem, this. But before it gets to flowering stem, because it uses up all of its starchy carbohydrates in its root, there'll be a massive root underneath there, which you can eat. And that's where dandelion and burdock comes from. That's the burdock bit. There's another one there. You can also make cordage out of that. I've made a cordage, like a wire, out of that by plaiting it together. There we go. I do know my stuff sometimes. You can't go by looks, can you? We got a nuthatch in there somewhere. That cool there, that whit, 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 whit. It's a nuthatch. It's in that tree right there. Can't see it yet. Squirrel Sign. There we go. It's a little squirrel feeding station. And all these little bits here are all nibbled off of the cones. So you haven't actually got to see the animal to know it's here. Because the only squirrel I've seen so far is in Rod and Val's front garden. So this is your little blueberry bushes, and you can see on here they've got the tiniest blueberries on. They're tiny, and you usually find in an area that's heavy, because the deer like cropping the tops of these off, and that dead heads it. So you know, like when you got your roses in your garden and you snap the heads off and then you get more roses bloom through, that's the same thing as the deer do here. So when you find somewhere where there's a population of deer and there's blueberries, you find that that's a better crop. But these ones are tiny. Look, absolutely miniature. There we go. But you could probably collect a load of those, put them in a little cup of simmering water, make a little blueberry tea out of that, get some vitamin C in you. It tastes alright though. You got a nice stand of silver birches there, and whenever you see silver birch, you know you're going to be alright with fire, as long as you carry a ferro rod with you. And I have got one on my hip every single day. Every single day I go out, I've got a ferro rod on me, which is a ferrocerium rod, which you can strike and make a cloud of sparks. So you can peel the bark off of that. I've done it before in a couple of videos. Peel the bark off of that, even in the rain, and the twigs from that tree and the bark from that tree will get you fire. However, you'll never light a fire underneath a coniferous tree, because that there is years upon years of needles, pine needles sitting under that tree, and what happens with that is it starts to smoulder, smoulders down into the earth and goes like a pot belly shape and spreads out, and the roots of these also will then start to fuse out into the undergrowth, and it will fuse out, burn, smoulder underground until it reaches the surface, gets oxygen, bursts into flames. And that's how forest fires started in places like Scotland and Sweden, where people don't know what they're doing when it comes to lighting a fire, and they'll think, oh, it's sheltered under there, we'll make a fire, and then burn the forest down. So in Sweden, what they'll do is, usually you're somewhere near a lake in Sweden. It's literally like the land of the lakes. So you can actually, if you need to build underneath something like this for a bit of shelter in a survival situation, pile of rocks, cover it with sand, pile of rocks, cover it with sand, pile of rocks, cover it with sand, till you've got a hearth off the ground, and you can light your fire on the top of that, and then when you're finished you kick it all down, spread it all back out so you can't see where you've had the fire, leave no trace. Because these trees tend to like sandy soil, like that, So you could collect the sand up and make a platform for your fire to go on. So there, you've got lovely dry wood, plenty of dry kindling, silver birch, sand, either that or you dig down and out so the edges don't catch. There we go. Quite nice in here. So we walked out the end of that path, woodland path that we was walking along, up this little trail here, this little road, and we've come back to the forest, and it's raining. So we're going to have to find a little bit of shelter, but it's not windy, so I don't mind. I know it's not far back to the van. It's all part of the fun, isn't it? Getting a bit wet, it's not cold. There we go. No motorcycles, even though I've seen motorcycle tracks through here. Come on, don't do it. We're riding under a tree at the moment. This could be set in. However, be prepared. The best shelter in the world when you need it is an umbrella. Want to get under my umbrella? Ella, Ella. Hey. Good on I. It's all about survival. There we go, fits in your pocket. It's made by Ergonauts. It's a wind proof brolly, that automatic pop-up. Well, good. Stick it back in my pocket now. Brolly smug me. Oh well, back to British summertime. It's absolutely drizzling it down today. It's going to be a storm apparently. I've noticed 40-mile-an-hour winds on the cards. Fabulous. Anyway, we're off from this place now. Heatherdean, blooming lovely. And if you're lucky enough, during the evening, here you'll see a herd of deer. They come onto the site and have a mooch around. How cool's that? We didn't see him, but I see the plop. Anyway, we're off somewhere new now. It's not too far away, it's about half an hour away, and it's in the Forest of Dean and the Wye Valley. Double bubble. So we'll show you around now. It's lovely around that area. It's not far from another campsite we went to a while ago. I did a video on called Hawthorne campsite. Lovely there. Unfortunately, we couldn't get on there because they're banged out since I did a video there. This is the curse. Do you video it and let people know where they are? Or do you keep it quiet all to yourself? No, you flipping tell everyone about it because they're running a business and other people want to enjoy that area. I had someone say to me once, "Oh, thanks for saying that, telling everyone about my campsite. I use that all the time. I'll never be able to get on there now." Really, you selfish beep. Anyway, I think that's a rant. I haven't had one in on this video.
JP's rant of the day.
So, you take care, you stay safe and sane. We'll show you the next place. Loads of nature. There's a town just down the road we're going to go to. Have a look round there. It's going to be lovely. So we see you then. Take care. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Tatty bye. Say bye, Raven. Sod off, just get on your way. Grumpy sod.